Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. Okay, consideration. Now we really want to plunge profoundly into this train wreck. We're discussing a genuine wrench fantasy that turned out badly, yet sort of makes you need to be uncertain about shin, dye, and sanitizers. After you hear this multitude of insane D-subtleties, definitely this is the story of how a previous hip jump team security crumbled north of one part's supposed cooperation in the sort of freak dreams and corruption and revelry that would make individuals at the oddity. Scratch makes 10 strides back. Yes, you all are discussing the City Girls. Currently, we should rewind the tape to how this entire bad dream circumstance even began. Okay, it was November 2023 when Cassie, Diddy's ex of 11 years, shook the entire business with the sensation claim that uncovered nearly 50 shades of depravity kind of stuff. Why, for what reason was it so hard? Cassie basically uncovered Diddy as a degenerate who controlled and gasted her into partaking in a few insane exercises during their relationship. We're talking driving her to put on upsetting get-together shows with different people expecting her to spruce up in undergarments and wear explicit varieties and styles of nail clean that fit his taste. Now the subtleties were exceptionally dreadful and extremely difficult to stomach, and it left people addressing exactly the number of different honest people that had did he taken advantage of and exposed to his smutty obsessions over the course of the years since, supposing that he could treat Cassie, this drawn-out sweetheart, this way. Was anyone truly protected in his circle? Well, as per the roads and those somewhere down in these webs, JT was certainly one of those individuals who was profoundly worried about who he could have snagged into his universe of freaky wickedness. Now, her previous City Girls groupmate, Yuna, had been Diddy's #1 starting around 2021, with reports he'd been spoiling her with cash, vehicles, money, garments, and a wide range of vocations. Her relationship stains. You missed the demonstration. Terrible. I'm single. You realize I'm single, yet I'm dating. I'm taking as much time as is needed in my life. So what we will be, we date, we're dating, we go have dates, we companions. Okay, we go to colorful areas, we have extraordinary times, we go to strip clubs. I will take you to chapel now, while the remainder of the world is celebrating in Miami, sacking her friendly benefactor with abundant resources. JT was purportedly peeping what is happening, like something smells spoiled in this darn Diddy realm. Currently off top, she remained tired of how rapidly young Miami began switching around and limiting any association with her, particularly subsequent to getting comfortable with Diddy's hotshot way of life. There were signs that their fellowship was cracking, like when JT wound up riding solo against Cardi B. Young Miami kept quiet as opposed to support up her. The very first moment, true to form, what I like to do continuously, have consistently, will I can't hold. Like, then young Miami began doing some think stuff, like reporting her retirement from rap out of the no place. She unfollowed the City Young Lady official Instagram, removing the last string, safeguarding their expert security, as JT watched with apprehension. So when Cassie's claim hit, put in Diddy's frightful inclinations on impact so that the world might see JT, was at that point incredibly fatigued of how profoundly Miami was apt and all that man's dysfunctional web and insider affirmed. JT attempted to pull her young lady to the side various times to voice her interests, yet Miami was too tanked off by that rich way of life to listen to her. I supplicate that my self-image could do without being isolated, the web, people, or, like, nothing. You're attempting to say, like, nothing. I trust you. Do you stress over that smidgen at some point? At some point, I will be on my way home. She be on her. You know, like, you're human, we're ladies, we're not girls, we're ladies, like, time. I need to be my JT, probably realized something was off-putting with how Keisha was moving with Diddy. She attempted to pull her to the side, commonly, yet that cash had her dazed. Young Miami multiplied down, shielding her friendly benefactor, stirring things up around town with these staged cheerful family photographs. Yet, in a determined move, she took to Instagram not long after. Cassie's unstable cases to TTD. He titles posting organized, blissful family photographs that portrayed her and Diddy as an ideal picture couple. This was an unmitigated PR stunt, clearly, and it didn't trick no one for JT, who had been attempting to haul her previous sister out of Diddy's grip. This exposure stunt was the straw that broke the camel's back. And, surprisingly, after that multitude of claims that emerged out after Cassie, another came about when we believed that nothing could deteriorate Maker Lil Bar or Rodney Jones High. T him with a hazardous RICO-type claim in February 2024. In it, he blamed Diddy for running an entire criminal undertaking, working with wrongdoing, and out named Young Miami as one of those people who assisted select young casualties. I'm saying sorry to anybody. This video might be humiliating too. How about we hop directly into it? Some of you might know me or may not. I'm a music maker who's an essayist and performer in various languages. I began in the gospel and jazz and R&B and worked my direction over to the hip bounce side. I've been chipping away at a collection. I went home for the year in a row, dealing with this collection. That collection is the Adoration Collection, off the network by Diddy. And it's Grammy assigned right now presently. I ought to be, celebrating yet. Truly, I'm not taking this collection on, has called for such a lot of time. Months and at once to 24 hours per day. In some cases, you realize Diddy would demand specific attempts to be finished and let us know. This claim proceeds to charge that Young Miami was getting compensated a month-to-month expense by Diddy to assist with obtaining other youthful specialists and diversionists for his curved dreams, lining fans to call you Miami, one of the ghetto get Lan Maxwell, for possibly taking advantage of individuals in return for Diddy's money and way of life. Now, one fan voiced the predominant opinion that Miami truly exchanged her spirit and self-confidence. Aller the opportunity to be a little placeholder in Diet's program of side chicks. How's that $500,000 every month treating you? Currently, your new epithet will be Carisha Maxwell. Okay, I don't actually know your life name yet, but we will put Maxwell on it since you're the new addition. Maxwell? Okay, that is the mother help to the Diddy Jeffrey Epstein activity now for JT, who went through her years watching her previous companion gradually get enticed by Diddy's universe of cash and abundance. Elle Pole's allegations were essentially the saddest affirmation of her most obviously awful feelings of trepidation. She quickly cut Young Miami off, totally putting an authority end to the city young lady. Following 10 years of companionship, he's truly smart and heartfelt, so it resembles the spots that we go to. Like I said, I need to go to Paris. We're going to Paris, and it resembles he stands by listening to me like I to go. We'll be there. Okay, so for me, it resembles the encounters how we go. Like, he likes an entertainer. Like, it'll resemble he'll top off my home for certain roses or something to that effect. I value that over like him getting me a piece of gems or something to that effect, 'cause it's very much like it's Saint. No one never did, in no way. Like that me. No one ever leaves my home with blossoms, or I get want enhanced. And it's very much like it resembles the J from the J. Be the house from the house. Be from the rear entryway. It's like it never stops. Sugar Puff Daddy. Sugar Puff, now with Rodney Jones's new claim naming you as Miami, is a supposed assistant in Did's ruthless plans. JT felt at long last justified in her choice to isolate herself from her previous city girl accomplice. Currently, fans have been similarly disheartened by Miami's blamed activities, hammering her for selling out her previous dearest companion and the tradition of the city girls for an opportunity to be Diddy's little placeholder. Protectors for certain fans demanding that the young rapper was essentially credulous and being made the most of by a lot more established, more manipulative, Diddy definitely, and furthermore Cassie for holding me down in his dim times. Love yet anything that position you take. One thing is extremely clear. The restored kinship between JT Young Miami has all the earmarks of being blown separated for good. This time over this, Diddy embarrassment, while JT solidly accepts her previous sister has cross. D, the ethical line. She can't leave Young Miami appears to, in any case twofold down on her reliability to her supposed sponsor. The truth will surface at some point the way in which this adventure completely works out. And what side of the court of popular assessment Young Miami will arrive on yet? One things for sure, in two things for sure, we can wager. JT will observe intently, appearing to conceivably drag her XF companion's name through the mud, further assuming offensiveness, encompassing kiss, has contribution surfaces, and this hamburger will get massier than Tyler's dietary patterns, you all yet as additional upsetting subtleties, keep on pouring out encompassing Young Miami. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.